What's up guys, this is Jackie from techjackie.com and welcome you to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure you press the subscribe button down below so whenever I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified, right? So coming to today's topic, right, it's actually was requested by one of my viewers who asked me to make a videos on guest posting and outreaching, right? So I thought like, okay, why not, right? It's actually one of the biggest topics, right? Because guest posting and outreaching is probably one of the best ways to get those white hat SEO links, right, for your website to boost your rankings, right? And of course, number one, you're safe, right? Even though it's not completely true, but 99% you're safe. And secondly, you're like you get the quality links you need, right, for SEO. So I thought like instead of showing you actually how to do the real guest posting, which is very simple, right, which I'm gonna show you in like towards the end of this video, right? It's very easy. I just decide to maybe discuss about that the truth that you need to know when it comes to guest posting and link building, right, in SEO, right, especially for SEO in 2020 and beyond, right, moving forward. So just remember guys that what I'm gonna tell you today in this video is gonna be a complete truth, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. What I'm gonna tell you today is gonna be a complete truth, and it will be hard truth as well, right? And some of you may even disagree with me, and I'm okay, right? I'm fine with it, because my goal is to provide the best SEO knowledge possible. And if it means to actually tell you something which you may not want to know, I'm completely okay with it, right? I'm fine with it. So just remember, right, I'm not gonna hold anything back today. I'm gonna tell you each and everything you need to know about guest posting, and it's gonna be the hard truth, and you may probably don't want to hear it as well. So first I'm gonna start with the short version of the truth, right? And that is free SEO guest posting and outreaching is dead, right? 99% dead. Let me repeat again. Free guest posting and outreaching is 99% dead for SEO in 2020 and beyond, right? It's that simple. So of course I have a proof, right? I'm gonna show you on my computer screen in a minute, but let me just discuss with you about this first, right? So I know you must be thinking like what am I talking about, right? Like you've been hearing this for a long time, and all you have to do is write a personalized email, send it to the webmasters, and pitch your content, right? Pitch the like 3,000 4,000 word articles, and expect the links to come back, right? And if you don't get the reply, you probably have to write, let's say 5,000 email, 10,000 emails, right? And then you also understand that the response rate is low, right? And of course response rate is low, and you can definitely try that. But if you're someone who has been trying to do outreaching or guest posting for a long time, I'm pretty sure that this method doesn't seem to work for you, right? That's why you're watching with this video, first of all. So, and that's why I'm telling you that SEO guest posting and outreaching for SEO in 2020 and beyond is 99% dead, right? The free one. I'm not talking about the paid one, the free one I'm talking about. So why is that so, right? So let me just back off a bit, right, and tell you the history of how comes the guest post, how guest post becomes one of the best and preferred way for anyone to build links, right? Number one is because it is assuming people assume that it's completely safe, right, which is actually not true, but it's almost safe, right, compared to other methods, right? Like in 2012, Google released a algorithm called Penguins, right, which it targets anyone who build links manually in order to manipulate the rankings, right? So this could be done either the black hat stuff, right, like PBNs, Web 2.0, all these stuff. So people started getting scared, right, about link schemes and all those. So they all started turning towards building links from guest posting, which actually means providing value or content to other people and get the links back to their website in returns, right? So that's why they assume that this way is pretty much the safest way. But actually Google also tells that if you're actually building links through any methods, whether it's through outreaching or like through providing value, if you're still like putting effort to build the links, you're still going against their policies, right? So even though people say guest post is 100% safe, it's not, right? You'll still be at risk, right, of getting penalized, but the chance is very low. So that's why, one of the reasons why people prefer guest postings, because it's pretty safe, right? And secondly, I think it's just become a trend nowadays, right? Where people started going for guest posting, and that's why people really like guest posting, right? So that's pretty much why the guest posting has become such a famous thing in SEO. But like when there's more demand to the thing, obviously the price has to increase, right? So initially guest posts could be done for free, of course, because at that moment, in the past, there wasn't much of the demand, right? But now when people started coming into guest posts, when guest posts has become the only way out to build links, so what happens? People have literally turned it into business, right? So now what happens? People started charging for guest posts, right? And there's a term called sponsor post, right? Sponsorship post, where you essentially have to pay to the webmaster in order to get your post up, right? So people have literally turned into business, and I completely understand that, right? Because whenever there's a demand, right, there will always be some like money involved, right? So, and that's why one of the reason, like the main reason why guest posting is dead in SEO, right? Like for SEO in 2020 and beyond, is because it has become such a high demand that people have literally like turned it into business, and they have started charging for it, right? So you can try reaching out to 10,000 people, and I bet you at least 50 or 60% of them would actually ask money from you, right? Definitely, for sure. So without much of a ranting, right, let me show you some of the proofs on my screen so you can be convinced of whatever I'm saying right now. Okay, so we are recording, right? All right, so yeah guys, so this is the email, right, that I used to use. Actually, this is my personal email that I used to do guest outreaching, right, to website owners to actually like ask for links, right, or what you can call as beg for links. Well, was back in 2019, right, when I initially started out, doing SEO and all these stuff. So I was just like you guys, right, like completely new. Went to different, SEO videos on YouTube, right, and people, start, telling you that, okay, write like 2,000, 3,000 word articles, send personalized emails to each one of them and ask for links, right, provide value. Okay, I thought it was that simple. So, I started like reaching out to like 200 to 300 people per day, right? That was the thing that I used to use, because I actually wanted to test out whether the backlinks would work for the website or not, right, for SEO at that time, right, when I actually started out. So this is actually one of the email which I was able to find today from my in like send email, right? So actually I had tons of them, right, but this is just for the sake of example. So as you can see here, this is a very personalized email. So I start like, hello, right, I am Jackie with this my website, and then I noticed that one of your posts, right, then I this is completely like like normal outreach. Then I contain the links, right, typical stuff. So I point to the link where this particular website points to. Then I wrote, this is an excellent resource, but I have actually created an even better post that your audience will probably love. Check it out here, right? So I link back to my website here, and then I leave at the end that and if you want to add a link it to your post, I would really appreciate it. I know that your audience would appreciate it as well. So simple outreach, right? Just what you would normally find on YouTube videos or stuff like that. So here's the reply back from the webmasters, right? The author. So he said like, thank you for your message, right? His particular website articles with one sponsored link, and the price is $40. You can also include link in some of our existing articles, and the price is same. So as you can see here, he gave the details, right? And then what happened next, right? I actually don't want to show this, but it's actually what some of you might even do it, right? Because if you're new and if you're passionate about the stuff, you would actually do it. And that's what I did too. And then I wrote like, I really appreciate your policy, but I'm just young entrepreneur starting out business in online marketing, and I'm just gathering experience, right? And then I wrote, so far I believe I have great content on my website, but I haven't really got any backlinks yet, right? As you can see here, I'm starting out, literally starting out, right? It's been like 4 months now since I started out this journey. I really want to feel and see how is backlink going to affect my site. right? And then all I'm asking here is just one link for on a particular post which I sent earlier. I believe my content is worth the place there. Completely, dude. Okay, and then here the thing that he replied back, and then he said, unfortunately we work only with paid articles and links. Hope you understand. Best wishes. Again, I'm not the one who would actually stop there, and then I just kept on messaging, emailing, and then uh, you know, and then I just, as you can see, he has a very long thread, and then I asked like, just one link, sir. I really want to see how backlinks work. I've never had a single one before on my site. It's been 4 months now since I launched this site. You can put it temporarily, just like I even asked, if the link could be done temporary, just to get an initial boost, right? So I can, eventually find the link to replace it. And then he ended like, sorry sir, but if you don't pay for it, we can't accept your link. Best wishes. And that's it, right? Like I literally don't know what to tell him next, right? Because if he says it has to be paid, it has to be paid. This is just one of the email that I got, right? That I'm able to show you. I got like tons and tons of them like this, right? With the similar email. Some even ask like $150 per link, right? It depends on how big the website is. Let me show you another one. Like, so you thought like, okay, maybe outreaching might be dead, but how about if you reach out to people, personally, right? Let's say through their social media like Facebook or Twitter. How about that? Well, I did that too. I actually tried each and every method highlighted in the videos in YouTube, right? And let me show you that. So I reached out to this dude, right? This is my Twitter account. As you can see, this is my personal message. So I reached out, like I went to this particular site's owner's website. I dig into his like social media accounts, and I found he had a Twitter, right? So what I did, hey, I recently came across on local SEO and why it's important. It was published on this, so I did the same thing. I highlighted the link that he used to link out, and then I provided my link here. And if you want to add link to it in your post, I would really appreciate it. I know that your audience would appreciate it as well. So basically, it's like similar message, right? And then he replied back, as you can see here, I'd be happy to replace that link with with your permanent do follow link for a one-time fee of $55, as you can see here. Another guy asking for money here as well. And then I shot I messaged him back with the same like kind of message, like, I really appreciate your policy, but I'm just a young entrepreneur starting up business in online marketing. So far I believe I have great content on my side, but I haven't really got, so basically the same links. And then you see here, this message really kind of opened my eye a little bit, but he did actually mention, so he said, I appreciate the position you are in. What do you have to trade, right? Like, what do you have to trade? How can we make this a valuable exchange for both of us? And then he said, while your article may be better, which he doesn't know may be true, in reality replacing that link brings me almost no value whatsoever. My readers probably don't care one way or another, right? And most importantly, there's no value in encouraging my blog visitor to go to another website. So as you can see here, this is not like a complete asking for guest posting, right? I just asked for link replacement. But for guest posting, it literally works the same, right? They would on, like, as you can see in the previous email, like this dude actually he said that he accepts one sponsored link and price, which means he actually accepts paid guest posts, right? So let me show you here. So as you can see, right, he will work only with paid articles and links, right? So this dude has literally turned his website into a guest post marketplace, right, where he actually sells links, right, with the guest post. So you basically have to pay him in order to get your post featured there, right? And this guy also also the same stuff here. So these are just the two examples which I was able to find, right? Actually I had tons of them, but I couldn't find, right? It was like long time back. So yeah, this actually actually opened my eyes a lot. And from that day onwards, right, I tried contributing to various free websites. Of course, there are still free websites still exist, right? Website that would actually give you free guest posts, but 99% of them are not gonna like accept free stuff, right? They would actually need some money, right, or something which is very, very valuable to them. If you could find something that can is as as high value as money, then that's obviously you can try that. Okay, then after like sending these emails for a couple of days, I eventually was able to secure 2 links for free, right? That was from a website with a DA of 15 and a DA of 9. Think about it, it's a very low domain authority website, the domain authority of 15 and domain authority of 9, right? So it worked out eventually, but either you're gonna get a very low quality links, low domain authority links, or you're not gonna get any links at all, right? So there are only 2 options here. So like for SEO in 2020 and beyond, right, I really recommend to actually start paying for links, right? Even though it's against Google policies, but if you can do it very smart, if you can do it properly, just try to make it look as natural as possible, right? Just simply reach out to them, ask them for a price, right? And you can ask them to even insert your links in their existing articles. That will literally make it look completely natural, and Google won't even be able to track that for sure. So you can definitely do that, right? Or you can even try free versions. I'm not saying free version is 100% dead, it's just 99%. Obviously you can get the free ones, you can get some of the website which actually values for content, right? Like some of the big website, they actually care for content, but obviously they will really need you to write an epic content, right? So you have to really live up to their standard, right? You can definitely try that. Okay, so you can try reaching out to multiple websites and see if they're really value for content or value for money, right? You can basically look at their website and easily able to distinguish that, right? So anyway, like I mentioned in the starting, that I would actually show you some of the easy way to get backlinks, right, through guest posting. And first, I already told you, right, just simply email to the webmasters and like mention that how much they're going to charge, and definitely they're going to reply back to you. I've been doing this for a while now, and the response rate is you're not going to trust me, right? It's almost 80% response rate. So out of 10 I would get about 8 replies, right, with the price tag on the in the email. Okay, but I've also I also participate with free guest posts from time to time, right? But I only able to secure it on a very low domain authority website, right? So if you're just starting out, you can definitely go with the free versions, right? You can start building up, but it may take you a little bit longer time, but you can definitely do that. Another way which you can try here is there's actually like multiple Facebook group out there where you can get free guest posting or even paid guest posting, right? So like here, this is one of the group which I'm a part of, and it's very active, right? It's called Blogging SEO Content Guest Posting. You can join it. It's free guest post, public group. I think it's public group. I don't remember. So every day they're gonna be a seller who actually sell guest post websites, and they will post like like a website of the, let's say 50, right? And then they will mention the price. As you can see here, this is actually a request, right, from a person asking for guest post on this particular website, and he also mentioned his budget, and then a couple of people will actually like start replying here. This is also about other people showing like guest post opportunity, right, something like that. But of course you can see like there's a free guest post as well, right? Like as you can see here, yeah, right, free guest posting opportunity available. This dude posted here, so you can just reply, and people started asking for URL, right, and all those. So you can definitely join groups like this, right? You'll get tons and tons of options there, and I really recommend. I was able to secure some of the guest posts from groups like this as well, so you can definitely try that, right? And that's all for this video, right? If you have any more questions, or if you want me to make any videos on any topic about SEO, make sure you press comment them down in the comment section down below. And if you have any question, you can do that as well. And if you like this video, make sure you press the thumbs up button, right? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.